Hi everyone, my name is Chelsea. I am the owner of Sita Glam Couture, and I also own this little side project called My Ex-Boyfriend's Band Tees. It's an Etsy shop where I take old band tees that people don't use anymore, some of them for my ex-boyfriends, and I reconstruct them to make them into sexy new t-shirts. Now, I've had a couple of people ask me to show them how to do some of my designs. Well, how to cut up shirts. I guess they're not really designs because it's just kind of do what I feel. I don't know. Anyway, I was asked for one design in particular on how to do it. So, since I'm cutting up a couple new shirts to put up, I figured I would do this for you. Obviously, I still want you to buy from my stuff. But I understand that a lot of people have old band tees, or they get some from people and they want to do it themselves. They don't really want to send it to me to do it. So, yeah, here's a little how-to on how I make some of my shirts look totally rad. So what I do first is I lay out the shirt to really analyze it, see what I need to do. So this is a Danzig shirt, and it's a little large. I think it's an extra large, and it's like an extra large men's shirt. So it's a little large. But what I want to do is make it a crop tee and razor it up a bit. This is the razor I use. You can use any kind of razor you want to. It's just one of these little easy ones you get at the hardware store. And what I'm gonna do is cut off this bottom part, which I'm gonna do in a jagged motion. So what I like to do is I like to fold the shirt in half so that I only have to do half the cutting. It's a little bit easier. Plus, when I cut the collar, or sometimes when I cut, the sleeves, it just makes it look even on both sides. Because I like symmetry. I'm a big fan of symmetry. So, not sure about the sleeves yet, but I'm going to cut up the collar. So let's try that first. There's no back to the shirt, so I don't really have to worry about what the back is going to look like. Because on other shirts there's, tour dates or whatever on the back, and so I have to account for those. So I'm going to do for this, I'm going to give it a jagged collar. It's going to, it's easy to just do a regular collar where it's just a straight cut, but this one's going to have a jagged collar because it's going to look, torn up. So I just take these scissors. These are really nice scissors, they're ginger scissors, but you can use any scissors as long as, well, it's best to use scissors that have only been used with fabric, because other types of cutting can really dull the scissors. You have to use scissors for each specific thing. So if you can get new scissors just for fabric, that will help you a lot. So these are just my fabric scissors. So I'm going to cut this, and I'm just going to do a jagged cut side to side so I can get it like rough and tumble type of look. Cut off, which gave it this rough, jagged look. I'm not really sure. Sorry, it's a crappy camera. To match it, since I'm doing a crop top, I'm gonna turn this on its side right here, and let's see, probably about here, and do some jagged cuts there. Same type of cutting as the collar, but doing it at the waistline. This is the same type of cut that I did on the 9-inch nails shirt that has already sold, but it had a lot of favorites on it. So, if you want to see that, I can post a picture. But it's pretty much the same style. Now, this is a big shirt, and although I do think that that's perfect for a crop top because I tend to like them baggier and I like to layer them. You could also do different things. You could cut up the back to make it a smaller size. This one, however, I'm going to leave how it is. For the sleeves, I like to do fringe sleeves and a bunch of things like that, but I think on this one I'm just going to do the cut up sleeve. So what I do with that is I just take this regular sleeve right here, and since I cut off all the other edges, I don't want to have this be the only nice looking edge on the whole thing. I want it to look torn up. So I'm going to go here and do the same cut up thing that I did, cut up motion, want it to look jagged and rugged. There you go. So it makes it look a little bit rougher. Then copy on the other side. There we go. I'm going to try and line things up so everything comes out looking proper. So that's kind of how it finished. You can see it looks rougher. I want it to look kind of grungy-ish. Now, to get it to look really cool, gotta use the razor. Razors are key in almost all of my designs. So what I do is I start out with the front of the shirt like this, and I pull up the side. Now, I don't care if the razor cut goes all the way through the back because it's just going to make the back look cool. But if you just want it on the front, you have to make sure to separate the front and the back. You're going to have to be really careful with your hands. I've done this on my mannequin so that it doesn't affect me. I can just, razor at it, cut it up. But this is also an effective way. So I just hold the top and dig it in and trail it down. Now, there's the cut. Depending on the fabric you're using, the cut's going to come out different. But it shouldn't come out too different because most of these are cotton, so it's not that big of a deal. But I just keep doing it. I like to lift it up because then you can get a more precise cut. And it gives you this cool cut up razor look. I call it the Freddy Krueger look because the way that it's cut up reminds me of his skin and how the burns look. So also because of the claws. So I'm just going to keep doing this to both sides of the shirt. It's a pretty demonic logo, so this goes really well with this look. So I'm glad I did this one. You can always make it more provocative by doing big slits in the breast area, but that's really up to you. I tend to not do that just because I don't know what people really want, so I just try and do something cool that I think everyone would be interested in. And then if you want to, you know, exaggerate them a bit, you can go and rip it a little bit like that and see how that really brings out the razor cut. I even just tore it a little bit and see it did a little of that de-threading look, which is really awesome. So razors are a big part of my designing because I love the look of a shredded up tee. It looks so much cooler to me than, you know, than just any reconstructed tee. Because, well, let's face it, I'm not going to go and spend a ton of time sewing up my designs and doing all this stuff to try and make them look, you know, fancy. I'd rather just take 5 or 10 minutes and cut it up and make it look sick. Like hell sick. So what I also do is I like to do this to the same thing to the sleeves. So since this is on the ground, I often do this in my lap, so I'm not really used to this. So this is on the ground, so I'm just going to do this to it. There we go. I don't like doing this on the ground, it's not as fun. There we go. Get that shredded look. It even just tore, so that looks cool. Just gonna keep it. There we go. Like that. To me, this is how you make a metal shirt. You just gotta not give a crap. Well, not give a fuck. I said crap to try and be PG. But that's not very metal. If you don't like my swearing, then, you know, ignore it. Alright. That looks awesome. There we go, like that. On black tees, it doesn't show up as much, so it gives more of a subtle grunge look instead of such a blatant one like this one does, because it's like a off brownish gray. But hopefully whoever buys this will love it for what it is, because I think it's pretty awesome. I'm just going to cut up the back part a little bit just to add the effect. So it looks cool in the back too. And there we go. You can see a lot of the cut-ups, rips, and then here is the back of the shirt. And then since I'm gonna really show you guys, here's the shirt modeled on someone so you can get the full effect. Now, I'm about a size 14, so you can kind of get the effect of how big the shirt is. However, I like off the shoulder. I like that effect. I'm wearing a tank top underneath. So you can, you know, stay modest, but still look sexy. Then here's the back, a little bit plain, but, you know, all the action's in the front. So, you know, pair it with some long earrings, cool necklace or something like that. You got a really hot outfit. So you can buy this shirt at my ex-boyfriend's bandtees.etsy.com, which is actually my ex-BF's bandtees.etsy.com. You can find the link on YouTube. Anyway, yeah, check it out.